Call on Councilman Connell, lead us in prayer and pledge allegiance.
If you would like, please stand and bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you with our heads bowed. In your reverence, Father, we ask for understanding. We ask for logic. We ask for cooperation with each other to find the truth, to complete the task before us. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, call meeting Monday, May 11th, 2026 to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Harris,
Present.
Councilman Connell,
here.
Councilman Cunningham,
Yep.
Councilman Keeter,
Here.
Councilman Stead,
Here.
Councilwoman Holloway, here, Councilman Rockio,
Here.
Councilman Johnzak.
Present.
Okay. I have one marriage award proclamation. It is Foster Care Awareness Month and National Youth Advocate Program. Stand up there alone. Very good.
Good, how are you? Nice to meet you.
All right, this month is Foster Care Awareness Month. We have a group of people that are very involved in the foster care program here in the city. We're real proud of the work that they do. And tonight we want to give a proclamation on that behalf. Whereas children and youth are the most valuable resource in the state of West Virginia, and every child deserves a safe, stable, and nurturing home. And whereas during Foster Care Awareness Month, we recognize the resilience, strength, and potential of children and youth in foster care throughout West Virginia. And whereas there are hundreds of children and youth in West Virginia who are in need of safe, loving, and supportive foster families. And whereas foster families, kinship, caregivers, and adoptive families play a vital role in providing stability, hope, and healing to children who have experienced trauma, neglect, or abuse. And whereas the National Youth Advocate Program works diligently across West Virginia to recruit, train, and support foster families while providing comprehensive services to children and families in need. And whereas the NYAP is committed to strengthening families, preserving connections, and ensuring that youth have the resources, advocacy, and permanency they deserve. And whereas community awareness, partnership, and engagement are essential to meeting the ongoing need for foster parents and ensuring positive outcomes for children and youth in foster care. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Dean M. Harris, Mayor of the City of Weirton, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Foster Care Awareness Month in the City of Weirton, and urge all citizens to recognize the important role foster parents, caregivers, professionals, and community partners such as National Youth Advocate Program play in improving the lives of children and families across West Virginia.
Thank you.
After she had anything to say, she said to me, I didn't know it down.
Yeah, so thank you for this opportunity to be here and to have this recognized. But we first and foremost just wanted to recognize and support our foster parents. I cover Hancock County all the way down to Tyler County, but we also have offices in other parts of West Virginia. So we just want to recognize everybody and all the things that they do for our foster children.
Well, we appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Can I get a picture real quick?
You have information you wanted to share? You can give it to our city
Yes, I
clerk.
have flyers and business cards I can pass out later.
The city clerk, if you want to give it to her, she can pass it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, move on to citizens' comments.
Okay, as a reminder, when I call your name, you will have 3 minutes to speak. If you come up to the podium and state your name. And Rachel Keeney.
Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to take a minute today to give a shout out to Public Works. They've been helping us out quite a bit at top of West Virginia, and we are very, very appreciative. The first project they were helping us with was installation of the mural on the Blue Cat Coffee building, and they'll be the first to tell you installation did not go as planned, but Paul and his crew were very happy to pivot and roll with the punches and get that installed for us and help make downtown a little bit brighter. So we're excited to have some public art down there as part of the Governor's America 250 mural project. And then also they've just been doing a lot of work for us at the event center, from trimming trees so we can see, be safer and see the fireworks at 4th of July a lot clearer, fixing up our sheds so that it's nice for the musicians and bands when they come into play. So we're just very thankful for everything they're doing. They're working hard and wanted to make sure it was recognized.
Thank you, Rachel. We appreciate all the work you guys do.
Mike Paprocki?
Good evening, everyone. Mike Paprocki, Executive Director, BHJ Metropolitan Planning. If you recall, back in December 7th, 2011, Division of Highways and local residents celebrated a reopening of the Market Street Bridge. Market Street Bridge is, as we know, a historic structure. It's a critical connection between communities of Weirton, Wellsburg, Fallensby to Steubenville, Ohio. Communities, were once divided by the Ohio River prior to 1905. On that day, December 7th, Secretary of Transportation Paul Maddox stated, because of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, the Division of Highways was able to keep this historic structure in place by making necessary repairs to extend its life, preserve its history for future generations, and to keep these communities united. In December of 2009, Division of Highways awarded Ahern Associates and Division of Kokosi Construction $16,547,000. The project was structural repairs, cleaning, painting, aesthetic lighting. This was the last of what I was able to find, at least 5 major projects of repairs, rebuilds, rehabilitations dating back to 1905, when the Steubenville Bridge Company built the structure for $300,000. The company sold the bridge to the Road Commission, West Virginia Road Commission, in 1941 for $1.3 million. As a side note, the Ohio Road Commission they could have bought it for $13.6 million, or $1.36 million, apologize. But the West Virginia Commission then placed a toll on the river crossing because they needed to pay for $400,000 to keep the bridge. They needed to do repairs. The toll came off in 1953. But in 2011, we as local citizens, through those statements, were led to believe that this Market Street Bridge is going to last generations. Well, 12 years later, December 21st, the Market Street Bridge closed. After 118 years of continual service, less time for repairs, this is the end. The bridge's anchorages, the suspension cables, key critical elements have surpassed their useful life. Inspection reports, along with negative cost to benefit ratio estimates for future renovations, dictate that the Division of Highways remove the bridge from useful service, raise the entire structure, I guess I'm out of time, replace it with a modern new structure. The Market Street Bridge is irreparable. Any consideration to repair and upgrade the bridge's physical status is futile. Okay? I'm here to encourage you and your constituents to attend 2 upcoming public meetings. It'll be May 18th and May 19th. May 18th at the Fallensby Community House. May 19th at the BHJ offices. Our offices are at 127 South 4th Street. We moved our offices, okay? We're on the south side. The times is 4 o'clock to 7 p.m. The meetings will introduce alternative alignments for new bridge connections, In Steubenville, we're looking at Ross Street, Logan Street, Washington Street, Market Street, its current location, and South Street, okay, which would be south of there, obviously. And of course, it will touch down on State Route 7, which is south of US 22. It's important to note that the Division of Highways is seriously considering a no-build alternative scenario. I can't stress that enough, okay? There's no consideration for a bridge to renovate the existing bridge, okay? No consideration. And there's no guarantee West Virginia and Ohio will invest the $175 million needed to build a new bridge. There's no guarantee on this. They need to hear from us. For these public meetings, the study team led by HDR, Charleston office, will prepare display boards, handouts appropriate for the project's development. The information discussed will explain the project's purpose and need, background, history, and the proposed alternatives. The probable project schedule. If you are unable to attend, I encourage all of you to attend to submit comments, but if you're unable to attend one of the meetings, the study team will provide information to me and my staff, and we'll get it out to everyone, that others, we can show you how to submit comments, okay, after the public meeting. So, in closing, I challenge our business communities, the general populace, to attend both of these meetings. Present your thoughts and your experiences. Explain to the study team and the Division of Highways how this bridge closure has impacted your everyday life and how your daily travel patterns have changed since December of 23. And, we're going through some trying times right now. So thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Mike.
it.
Chris Gruda?
Good evening. On June 9, 2025, I came here before this council to prove that Ordinance 1317 is not in line with the city charter. In the state of West Virginia, a city charter is the supreme law within its municipality. The charter is the foundational supreme document that establishes the framework and powers of city government. In West Virginia, a city ordinance does not generally supersede a city charter wherein it violates the nature of the charter. Definitions established by a charter cannot be modified by an ordinance without approval of citizens, by whatever authorized design, whether by regular or special elections. It's been almost a year, and the ordinance is still not in line with the city charter. No changes, no workshops. I've come up here time and again, constantly hoping to have one person ask a real question or show any interest. Our water board's just allowed to do whatever they want. Bureaucrats, not elected officials, just do as they please. They ignore customer complaints, they continue to get violations. They don't seem to take the PSC consent order very seriously. I haven't heard anything about the interconnect with Pennsylvania American yet. Of course, I'm certain that many of them never looked at the PSC docket or consent order. It was probably summarized by the utility director or the water board attorney. On that same note, can any of you right now say you read through the docket, the comments made by the citizens, and each form the water board submitted? I would assume not. If you saw the lies and manipulation were the main crux of the water board's defense of why the city's property, the water system and plant are in such bad condition, I doubt I'd be standing here again. Nothing's been done. Almost 18 months since the 2024-2025 Weirton water crisis, and the same management sits unreprimanded, unpunished, uninterested in the public. Sure, there's a new ex officio member, and there's a new water board member. Neither of them are familiar with the drinking water industry, its processes, its laws, or have any experience in the field. Speaking out and having concerns, being angry, this doesn't seem to matter, but one thing should matter, and that's the law. Almost a year ago, I showed how 1317 is not in line with the city charter, and that according to West Virginia Code 846, it cannot exist. Now, that's in so much as the interpretation of law, because 10 lawyers will tell you 10 different things. But I'm here again asking all of you to take the citizens into consideration. If they read that state code and the charter and that ordinance, how would they take that? What would they want? Would they want the city to make decisions to try to find qualified people and move forward and regain trust in their water, to be able to think they can drink it or know they're going to have it? Or do you want to keep the continued course we have? I'd recommend, if you're not interested in making changes and fixing it, maybe this isn't a good chair for you to sit in. Thanks for your time.
That is everybody that has signed up to speak.
Okay. Okay, I've asked for a motion for approval of the minutes of the April 13th, 2026 public hearing, regular council meeting, and the April 21st, 2026
Yes.
public hearing.
Yes.
Motion made by Councilman Cunningham. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so passed. Okay, Finance Committee, Councilman Connell.
Yes. Mr. Mayor, Council, the Finance Committee met on Friday, May 8th at 10 a.m. in the City Council chambers. On the agenda, we had 6 different resolutions brought before the Finance Committee. There was much discussion about each resolution. We went from authorizing the city to enter into a grant redevelopment agreement with the BDC to a resolution and a revision for the 2025-2026 fiscal year coal severance fund budget. All the resolutions were brought forward, were voted on, and passed unanimously on to council. From there, we went to review the finance report. And I'll leave that up.
Diana. Diana, you with us?
I sure am.
All right, finance report.
Okay, a couple of things. We do have 2 revisions, one for the general fund, one for coal severance. The general fund revision basically is just for the industrial access road project, money coming in, money going out. It's a wash. The coal severance revision, we got our last little round of money in, but we need to spend most of that, so we're gonna apply that to the in-house paving. There are no invoices outstanding right now, and basically the big disappointment for me this past month was that our sales tax only came in at a little over $950,000, and that was down from the same period last year, so that was a little disappointing. But overall, our beginning general fund cash balance was $1,567,000. Deposits total just over $3,058,000. We transferred $5,000 to the HUD IAR account. Interest was $1,825. Disbursements total $1,908,000. And it left us with an ending general fund cash balance of $2,641,000.
Okay.
And that's it.
Thank you, Diana, appreciate it. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve Finance Committee report and the financial report.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Connell. Any question on the motion? Being none, all those in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so passed. Move on to unfinished business.
Number 1 is the second reading of ordinance number 2275 to amend the traffic control map, ordinance number 214 to install a crosswalk on the southbound approach of Weir Avenue at its intersection with South 11th Street, and install stop bars at each of the 3 stop signs at the intersection of South 11th Street and Weir Avenue.
I'll entertain a motion for approval. Motion made by Councilman Stead. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so passed. Move on to new business.
Number 1 is an ordinance to amend the traffic control map, ordinance number 214 to rescind ordinance number 2078 that established a residential disability parking space at 159 Mayhem Road.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Connell. Any question on the motion? Being none, all those in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so passed.
Number 2 is an ordinance to amend the traffic control map, ordinance number 214 to establish a dedicated residential disability parking space at 152 South 12th Street.
Entertain a motion for approval. Motion made by Councilman Rockhill. Any question on the motion? Being none, all those in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so passed.
Number 3 is an ordinance to amend the traffic control map, ordinance number 214 to establish a stop sign on Beaumont Drive on the west side at the intersection with Brightway Street.
Entertain a motion for approval. Motion made by Councilwoman Holloway. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed, so passed.
Number 4 is an ordinance authorizing the dedication and conveyance of a newly constructed private road by Form Energy to the city of Weirton for acceptance into the municipal street system.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Stead. Any questions on the motion? Any comments? Being none, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So passed.
Number 5 is a resolution authorizing the city of Weirton to enter into a grant and redevelopment agreement with the Business Development Corporation of the Northern Panhandle, the BDC, for the conveyance and redevelopment of certain real property located at 3429 Main Street, Weirton, West Virginia.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Stead. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So passed.
Number 6, resolution entering professional services contract bond between the city of Weirton and Environmental Planning and Design, EPD, to provide professional planning consulting services for the city's integrated comprehensive planning initiative, including the update of the city's comprehensive plan, a parks and recreation master plan, and a downtown revitalization plan.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Connell. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So passed.
Okay, these next two are gonna be roll call votes. Number 7, a resolution to authorize revisions to the 25-26 fiscal year general fund budget.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Rob Cunningham. You just gotta speak up. You gotta speak up. I've heard you yell at me before.
Well, I'm trying to be nice.
Oh. I have a motion for approval. Yes is in favor of the resolution, no is opposed.
Councilman Cunningham,
Yes.
Councilman Keeter,
Yes.
Councilman Stead,
Yes.
Councilwoman Holloway, Councilman Rockio,
Yes.
Councilman John Zach,
Yes.
Councilman Connell.
Yes.
Okay, let the records reflect, approved by a 7-0 vote.
Okay, and number 8 is a resolution to authorize revisions to the 25-26 fiscal year coal severance fund budget.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Connell. Any questions on the motion? Roll call vote. Yes is in favor of the resolution, no is opposed.
Councilman Connell,
Yes.
Councilman Cunningham,
Yes.
Councilman Keeter,
Yes.
Councilman Stead,
Yes.
Councilwoman Holloway, Councilman Rockio,
Yes.
Councilman John Zach.
Yes.
Let the records reflect, resolutions approved by a 7-0 vote.
Number 9 is a resolution to enter an agreement with Pulis Demolition for the demolition of the structure located at 405 Baker Street.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Stead. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So passed.
Number 10 is a resolution to enter an agreement with Pulis Demolition for the demolition of the structure located at 3019 West Street.
Entertain a motion for approval.
Motion approved.
Motion made by Councilman Rockio. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So passed.
Number 11 is a resolution reappointing Mr. Rudy McAllister to the Housing Authority for the City of Weirton.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Connell. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So passed.
Number 12 is a resolution reappointing Miss Emily McCoy to the Housing Authority for the City of Weirton.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Stead. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So passed.
Number 13 is a resolution reappointing Mr. Joseph Taylor Jr. to the Housing Authority for the City of Weirton.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Motion made by Councilman Peter. Any questions on the motion? Being none, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So passed. Number 14 is a resolution that was the appointment of Mr. Lawrence Wright to the Weirton Area Water Board. Mr. Wright has decided, based on the Facebook posts that were made, that there were some concerns, primarily possibly some safety concerns. And he felt at this time this is not a good time to seek that appointment. It's disappointing to me, okay? Having met Mr. Wright a couple of times and spoken to him before this meeting, Mr. Wright is what we, and I think that Anthony and Brenda can all agree, we talk about what we want to come to Weirton. This is a man that graduated from Weirton Madonna High School, got a master's degree at Indiana University, worked in 5 different states, had an opportunity to take a job in his hometown and move his young family to this town. Has nothing to do with his employment, has more to do with his education and what he can add quality to that board. But because of the blowback that certain people like to put on Facebook, and I'm sure this will make it as well, but it's disappointing to me. $50 a month, just so you know, nobody's getting rich here. It's $50 a month. This is a guy that's highly educated, highly qualified, but because of reasons that I can't even explain, he's been the target. He has been a target on Facebook. And for that reason, Mr. Wright feels that this is not the best opportunity or the best time for him to serve in the city of Weirton. And we should all be disappointed at that. We should all be disappointed at that. So Mr. Wright has pulled his name for consideration. So that's the last one. If anyone else has anything to add, I'm done with it. Nothing?
I'd like to say something. I find the behavior of some of the people in this community reprehensible. I'm an advocate for free speech, believe me, 100%, but that's responsible speech. And if we're gonna put stuff out here, if we're gonna hide behind the keyboard, if we're going to confront people in public, we should at least take the time to vet the information before we put it out there, not just based on hearsay or what I heard from somebody else. Because again, it's a travesty that we don't take into consideration people's qualifications. We have here, we had a good opportunity to have a good person on board, but because some people want to speak online, they don't want to get their information, they want to use hearsay and conjecture, it's a shame, it really is a shame. I think we all need to take a deep look at ourselves. Like I said, free speech is perfect. Responsible free speech is what it is, not hearsay, not unvetted information. So
I agree. Okay, we'll move on to department reports.
Nothing from legal.
City attorney.
Let's start it.
Mr. Herrera. Diana?
I don't have anything to add to my report.
Okay. Are you up walking around?
Yes, I am on my gap walking around.
Okay, it's your 15 minutes is up, you gotta get up and walk. Okay.
I'm up to like 30 minutes.
Oh, there you go, we're moving now.
And I see this tomorrow, so hopefully I can improve this.
Okay, great, glad you're on the mend. Public Works
Thanks.
Director, how, Jeff's here for Public Works.
Okay, all I got really is a paving update. So both our in-house and the contractor are ahead of schedule. We did lose a hydraulic line today, so we had to shut ours down till Wednesday. But it'll be back up on Wednesday, and a lot of you have like a few streets left. That's all because of the 88 curb cuts. It just needs top coat put on it. And then phase 2 will still, actually, I think they started today, didn't they? They started milling in your ward route. Yeah, they started milling around 4 today. So phase 2 starting early, so it should all be done. And, we appreciate what Rachel had to say. I had more to say, but she covered most of it for me. Our guys appreciate the patience too, because the other crews are like really short-handed, with paving's going on. So. But that's it. If you guys have any questions.
No, we just, and I guess I'll echo what Rachel said. We appreciate, everything you guys do, not only just with your job, but assisting in some of the projects that are going on in the city. So,
we like to have our hands in everything.
So, you and I are easy.
Speaking of hands and everything, and I had my picture with me, and I don't know what I did with it, but I would say congratulations to Public Works for getting a remarkable amount of garbage off of Color Road. That was a historic garbage heap. I've been here 61 years. I've never seen anything like it. And within probably 2 hours, there wasn't a scrap of paper on the ground.
Nope.
That was really quite remarkable. It's a shame that, we have some opportunistic people trying to add, other garbage from other places to their piles, but Public Works does a bang-up job again. I mean, they did a great job.
We got your signs too up today. Oh, great. Pleasant to have you.
So, thanks a lot.
Jeff, much appreciated. Any questions, Jeff? Okay, thank you. Okay, Mark Miller is not here this evening. Nick Stewart's here from Code Enforcement.
Hey guys. So Bob Montney has passed his 64 evaluation for the ICC, so he is doing very good in his progress. He's actually ahead of schedule. The grass bids have been awarded, and the first round has been successfully cut, and has actually been a little bit above expectation. Over on Harmon Creek has been a good example of that.
Thank you very much for that.
No problem. Precoat Metal, their maintenance building, should be getting their occupation Thursday. Good with the fire marshal. And then Sheets is still making progress. Any questions?
How about, should there be fences, like, in front of, like, businesses?
Mark and I are looking into that. You're reverting to.
I mean, I won't call them out, but it's a disgrace the way it looks.
Mark and I have talked about that, and we're looking at that for you.
Are we still in a position that we're gonna have at least one inspector for each, or one code official for each ward, or is that?
When we get fully staffed again, yes, sir.
Alright, so there's some areas I agree about, there's a lot of grass issues down there, so.
Ward 4 is always one.
This is historically, as you still word, a lot of high grass out there, so. That's it.
Anything else, Nick? Thank you, Nick. Chief Fillmore, Fire Department.
The only thing I have to add is good news. Of course, our new truck is here, so I encourage all of council to come over and see this. We're gonna have a little ceremony when we get it 100% finished. It is in service, but the citizens need to know we paid $850,000 for this truck 4 years ago, and to buy one today is $1.4 million. So it's not a joke. You guys need to come over and look at it, and we're gonna have a little ceremony, bless the truck, and put it on the news. That's a big step. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of police cars. Charlie ain't here. That's a lot of police cars.
That is. It's about 10.
You might be watching.
Yeah. So thank you all.
All right, Chief, thank
Thanks,
you.
Chief.
Adam Mortimer. Step forward, representative of the police department.
There's nothing to add.
Well, you gotta get your digging on the fire.
Yeah, you gotta say, I mean, you want 20 new police cars.
I was told there's nothing to add.
Good job following directions.
Kept it simple.
Deanne?
Well, something you probably should have told you to say, but we're gonna have a National Police Week ceremony on Wednesday at 12:30 in front of the City Building. It's open to the public, and we encourage all to come to attend. The Weirton Youth Council, as we've been talking and you've seen, is planning a rededication to the Margaret Manson Weir Memorial Park on May 16th from 12 to 3. And there will be a cleanup on May 14th from 4 to 7. And we are encouraging everyone to come out to volunteer who would like to help clean up the park to prepare it for that ceremony. The Friday night concerts are back beginning on May 22nd, featuring the Fantasies, which is a fan favorite around here. Food will be provided by the Special Olympics of Hancock County to support their athletes. Then on May 29th, Light Out presents the Jersey Beach Boys. We'll be having a little beach vibe going on, and concessions will be provided by Frank's Catering. And then on June 5th, we have Twice as Nice and Rumors. Then the Coalition for Disability Inclusion will be providing food and drinks. Those are just our first three to encourage you guys to come out to celebrate with us. gates open at 7, concert starts at 8. And we will have shuttling from the municipal parking lot up to the event center, so there will be plenty of parking. The Hall of Fame Committee has chosen the honorees for the 2026 class. Announcement of those honorees will take place in the next couple of weeks. And then I also want to say congratulations to the Special Olympics athletes Kay and Maddie, who will be competing in the 2026 National Special Olympics on June 19th in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is the first time that our athletes from Hancock County have went to the national, so this is a really big deal for them. Kay will be competing in bocce, and Maddie will be competing in bago, which is a version of cornhole. So it's something very, to honor them, and is exciting for their athletes. And then since tomorrow we're closed, so just remember city administrative office buildings, but it's your chance to get out to vote. That's it.
Thank you, Deanna. Transit, Kevin.
Good evening, all. How's everybody? Okay, I have nothing new to add to my report. The only thing I do want to remind everybody that the transit will be running the Saturday route tomorrow to help get people back and forth for election day, groceries, doctors, work. So we will be working a partial day.
Okay.
Any questions?
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Mr. Mastrantoni, Utilities.
Good evening, Council. I don't have much. I do happily reporting that the Sanitary Board has reached roughly around 98% completion. They've had substantial completion applied for and conditions met there. And we're looking at the end of May to be final completion with just punch list items remaining. At the water treatment plant, we're roughly around 85% complete right now. Contractor's schedule slipping a little bit due to weather concerns and some concrete pours being a little bit behind, but they're doing their best, working 5 to 6 days a week in order to catch up and close that schedule. Substantial completion is scheduled for June this year, with final completion at the end of July. Other than that, I don't have much else. Thank you.
Cody? Parks and Recreation.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I want to echo some of the comments earlier tonight about Public Works. They've been helping us with projects. I know they've helped the library with some projects. They're the one division of the city that answers to everybody's call for help, and we appreciate their effort. Want to remind you of a few things. Of course, Deanne had already told you about the volunteer work day on the 14th. That's Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. It's an encouragement for anybody who wants to volunteer. It doesn't have to be just youth. It can be anybody who wants to volunteer. Come and support that effort, and we'd love to see you there. Also, on Saturday, May 16th, from noon to 3, is going to be our rededication ceremony for Marlin Heights Park, which will, on that day, be christened Margaret Manson Weir Memorial Park. Those of you who are aware of the history understand that has a deep history that resonates with people, because it was Margaret Manson Weir Memorial Pool that occupied the space where our new building is at. So we're excited about that, and we know not everybody can be there, but we'd like to have everybody at least have the opportunity to attend. Which includes you guys. You guys have all gotten your invitations in your email, so we'd love to have you be there to celebrate that with us. On May 30th, it's also a Saturday, we're going to do a volunteer work day at Woodland Estates Playground, and anybody who wants to get involved with that, we'd love to have you, and we're going to share some more details with that. What's that? Saturday, May 30th. Saturday, May 30th. And in between those 2 days, we're on Saturday, May 23rd, the pool will open up at Stavaji Pool for the season. So a lot going on as usual for Parks and Recreation. We're busy as can be. This is our busiest time of the year, but it's also the most rewarding because we get to see most of the people in the city of Weirton enjoy something special at our recreation outlets. So it's a great time for us to experience that.
Okay, thank you, Cody. Any question, Cody? Okay, Molly is here. Molly Wasser, representing the library. Good to see you again, Molly.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Council. Nice to see everybody. We have been concentrating on maintenance and repairs at the library. We received 3 bids for a complete install of a new roof. The board, with the guidance of experts within city management, we offered the bid to Coltree from Wheeling. The work will be funded with the balance of the Hancock County excess levy funds. We have replaced the outdated electric panels and ordered new switches for the existing lights and outlets. We engaged Electric O to replace 3 outdated electric panels. This has been completed on the weekends, so the business of the library will not be disturbed. We have entered into an agreement with Johnson Controls to replace our inoperable fire system alarm. The Children's Librarian, on a good note, hosted author Anna Egan Smucker, a Weirton native, and a prolific author of children's books. 11 children plus parents attended, and Anna was very much appreciated. People that were there loved her. Finally, the board is campaigning for everyone to support the Hancock County excess library levy. The majority yes vote must be 60%. The sum of $200,000 benefits the Mary H. Weir Public Library, the Swaney Memorial Library in New Cumberland, and the Lynn Murray Library in Chester. So actually, 3 local libraries will benefit from the levy finances. Thank you.
You guys are
On the
doing
last
pretty
one,
good.
probably good evening.
You guys are doing a great job up there.
Thank you very much.
We'll have a new
It's been a
librarian.
labor of love.
We'll have a new
I'm not doing
librarian
the
in
labor.
July, right? Molly,
I'm sorry.
July, our new librarian will be,
He will be in July 1, that's our fiscal opening, so that's our year, and we're waiting for him.
we'll have something for him,
Oh, definitely.
not a list of complaints.
We don't want that going near him.
Thanks,
you
Molly,
so much.
appreciate it. City manager.
Okay, last but
I
not
got it.
least, here we go. We have been busy, once again, starting from a really, really nice ceremony we had on the 14th. It was a great reception for Governor Morrissey in the Weirton room for the $3.3 million grant to finish the funding for the Walnut Street line replacement. And it was an excellent ceremony, and very proud to have that help and have that part of the distribution system begin. I have engaged, I'm just gonna jump around different things, engaged our city engineers, Thrasher. We've had some issues that are civil engineering type issues, and it is so nice to be able to call a city engineer and get them there and get some answers for your constituents if they have an erosion problem, or if they have some type of a slippage or landslide or whatever it may be. So we've got them working on a few different things, one along Color Road and one at the bottom of 12th. And I expect to have reports back from them fairly soon. Obviously, I'll let the residents concerned know what the results were, and let the respective city council members know as well. Already talked about the historic trash heap. Can't get over how big it was. But so move on to the next thing. Reminding candidates that after tomorrow, the election signs have to come down. Secretary of State Warner sent a notice out on April 14th about the election signs, and you can't really have them in the state right of way. It's constitutionally protected speech, but after the election is over, you gotta get them down and out of the way. So anybody that has their signs down, please get those out of the public rights of way, so we don't have to take them down and then take them to Public Works, and then they sit around for 6 months, and then they end up getting thrown away because nobody picks them up. So let's just try to get that. Let's be progressive with that. Condolences to the friends and families and constituents of David McKinley, who passed away. He's 14 years in the West Virginia House of Delegates, 12 years in the U.S. Congress. David McKinley was also one of the few professional engineers in Congress. He was very big and very forthright on infrastructure, roads, bridges, schools, hospitals, and jobs. So, and he rests in peace. Good progress on the paving. Jeff talked about that. We're moving right along with those and the ADA curb cuts. As long as the weather holds out, we'll keep making good progress. Oh yes, and Public Works, once again, they've been working up to the event center grounds, and there's been a significant amount of trees removed. You've probably noticed it. I mean, it's like you can see the sun again. There's new fencing there. It's difficult work. It's dangerous. The trees had actually run around the fences, so there was fence wire coming out of the stumps of trees. So that was a tricky job, but got it done. We have the festivities coming up this summer. We have a great lineup of events. Everybody should get here. It's going to be amazing. Had some really great groups. You heard earlier about the resolution with regard to industrial access road, and that puts the primary leg and the back. What I call the primary leg is the 0.3 mile leg down into the site, and then the back section goes along the back of the form building in between the tin mill there. It'll be in the city's control temporarily until the entire industrial access road is developed, and then it'll stretch from the river all the way over to 22, and it'll become part of the state road system in accordance with state code. Had a very long and productive meeting with regard to the Elks building. We all heard about the resolution that passed, and that's a great program that we were able to take money that was we'd have to give back for demolitions that weren't done. We were able to put that money in and partner with the BDC to initially to weather tight the building and then decide on how it would be remarketed. As you well know, the mayor's talked a lot about making this area with the center and the city building, the library, kind of the hub of the downtown. So instead of spending easily $145,000 on tearing it down, it made better sense to put that money along with in partnership with the BDC to save that building. It looks bad, but its bones are good. But man, it needs a lot of work. So what we wanted was something where we could kind of develop the hub of the downtown, not have that gap in the middle. Who knows what would happen, what would go in there. So it's going to be I think it's a great idea just to partner with the BDC. I understand there's some interest in it already. So it's great to hear that the Elks is going to be there, and we won't have that gap in the landscape of the downtown, and definitely a good partnership there. Trying to think what else I got here. Okay, there you go. Had some more conversations with the governor's office with regard to the industrial access road. Again, Tom McCaffrey, he's the governor's chief of staff, has checked in with us, and we appreciate Governor Morrissey's office paying attention and helping us out and guiding us along. Started working with the FOP on collective bargaining agreement, had our first meeting. This will be the collective bargaining agreement for the next 3 years. Also started work on a solid waste disposal services contract. We're in very initial discussions with regard to that, and that contract is up at the end of June, so we have to get working on that. But I'm cautiously optimistic on that. Had a visit from the Supreme Court Justice Gerald Titus. So the first thing I did was take him to go look at a new fire truck. Okay, he's got $1 million fire truck. You want to show it off? So he was here and saw that, and our fire department were a great host to him, and we were there. So I said, let's go to the library, because I think our library is amazing. And we went there, and very impressed with our library. We went, we looked around, then I told him about the wall of ceramic tile downstairs, which is a mural. He immediately made me turn around and go show him. So I was in the library twice, and he was very impressed, and we had a great meeting with him. He was on the campaign trail. Just for balance, we also had a good meeting with Judge Kirkpatrick, and he came and visited us in town, and we had a great meeting with him as well. Again, on the campaign trail. Otherwise, let's see. Talked about that already. Oh yeah, you guys heard about the comprehensive plan. And our comprehensive plan has to happen every 10 years by state code. This time we're not only going to do a comprehensive plan for the city, we're also going to do a parks plan and downtown redevelopment. So it's all going to happen in one fell swoop. with one company. This company, and this was a long process to figure out who would do this. We went through multiple waves of interviews with various companies, and this company I thought was perfect for our needs because they had experience with what I call river towns along the Ohio River, and I'm really impressed with their presentation. So we're excited to get that moving. Oh yes, I guess I should mention the traffic patterns along the overhead bridge. As the project continues, we think that this is a project. The overhead bridge is a project that kind of got sprung upon us a little bit, but it sounds like it's going to work out to the extent that they're also going to meld that work into the intersection work, hopefully. And that being said, yes, it's going to be inconvenient. Yes, it's going to be tricky. But I think as we get used to those traffic patterns, it'll work out. It hasn't been too awful bad just yet. So be aware of that. But I think, again, if we can do everything at one time and just bite the bullet and endure it instead of having to come back and after a second round, it should work out better. But you have to be patient, have to go slow, and this is a one-way both ways. So otherwise, let's see. Oh yeah, congratulations to the seniors at Madonna High School. There was 100% registration to vote by those seniors at Madonna. Had a great visit with the Secretary of State, Chris Warner. Came up. Anytime you meet with Chris Warner, you had to get the gold pin, and he was up to Madonna High School. So that was a great day, great ceremony. Had a wonderful day of prayer Thursday, and if I can find the list of pastors, I want to mention them because they all did such a great job. Elder Michael Smith, not a pastor, but Mayor Harris did a tremendous job himself. Pastor Craig Greathouse, Pastor Gary Lilly, Pastor Bennett Briles, Pastor Brian Rank, Pastor James Brown, and closing song was by Chris Pino. So it was an excellent ceremony and very deep ceremony. It's quite heartening. Let's see. We have the event coming up on Saturday, Marlin Heights Pool. So everybody should show up for that, and the Weirton Bondo tournament. So lest we forget Weirton Bondo.
My mistake.
Okay, lest we forget Cody. Okay, they've been around for a while. So that's all I have, and I don't know what you set the time.
It almost lasted the length of time the event.
All right.
Get their money for it.
Yeah. Council, any communications?
I would like to mention that this morning at 10:30 at the Hancock County Veterans Memorial Park, there was an unveiling of the mountain lion. It's a steel, I don't know what to call it. It's called a sculpture. A sculpture?
West Virginia.
West Virginia sculpture made out of stainless steel. It was made in Warwood. The Warwood manufacturing made it. And there's only a few cities in West Virginia are getting this sculpture. And we unveiled, Senator Whitman Chapman was there to unveil it today. And if you get an opportunity, please stop down at the Hancock County Veteran Memorial Park. You'll see it when you're pulling in the drive. It's right there, and it's stainless steel. It's just beautiful. And I look at the workmanship at it. It's such tedious work. The welding, and I mean, it's just craftsmen that put this thing together. It's such a beautiful thing to look at. And it was dedicated today, and the city of Weirton was lucky enough to have one put here. So, if you ever have an opportunity, please stop by and get a look at that.
I think that is a great addition to the park.
Yeah, that was also from Governor Morris's office.
Yes, that's a great.
The thing weighs about 350 pounds. In case you're interested.
And just the more accolades to the Public Works.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Most of the work was done by the Public Works.
Yeah,
They
they
put that
put
base and
They
everything.
put the
so,
base and everything in
yeah,
a
they did
concrete
lot.
base, which that'd be big and sturdy.
Yeah.
Hold that bad boy.
Okay, no other comments, communications? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Any question on motion? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye. If you will, please stand and if you want to do the closing prayer, please bow our heads. Dear Father God, thank you for your insight, for your grace, for your gift of helping in our work at hand. Amen.
Amen.
Amen, Diana. We'll see you tomorrow. No, we won't see you tomorrow. We'll see you this week sometime.
Adjourn to now, I say.
Good evening.